Welcome back, everyone. He is the executive chef of Andrea's at the Wynn Las Vegas, and today he is preparing a delicious tocino pork belly that is just mouth-watering. Look at that beauty. Welcome to our home, Devin Hashimoto. We are so honored to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
It really is.
Pleasure to be here.
It's beautiful.
And it matches Cameron's shirt.
Yes, thanks for doing that, Chef.
He knew with the
And Debbie's
purple
earring.
potato puree. We'll get to that in a moment. Joining Cameron at the counter is Kim, Ken, and Shirley, of course, because they
Pleasure
could
to meet
smell
you.
this through the entire house.
So amazing. Yes.
They said if they don't sit at the counter, they're leaving. So we said, okay, you can do this. So this is a very special pork dish. And one of the reasons it is so flavorful and delicious, not just because it's a great piece of pork, but also because of what you marinate it in.
Correct, correct. So this marinade, it's fairly simple. We have some shallots.
There you
We
go.
got some bay leaves, some orange zest, some garlic, peppercorns,
And just whole garlic like that.
whole
huh?
garlic. Yep.
Okay.
Coriander. We have some lime zest, lime juice,
Interesting.
a little bit of star anise, salt, fish sauce,
Isn't
which
that
actually give
It's interesting.
a
The
lot
whole
of the flavor.
peppercorn, just like that, doesn't
Yep.
have to be crushed up.
Nope.
No, but the fish sauce on the pork, I
Yeah.
never would have thought.
Yep.
Wow.
That's your salt. It's a lot of the seasoning, all the salt in there, and then orange juice. All right.
And then,
So you just mix this up together, and then here we have the pork belly. So the pork belly, at the restaurant we use a pork called mugi fuji. It's a Japanese pork belly. Mugi in Japanese is barley, and it's grown out of Quebec. This pork belly.
oh,
Very-
Cameron,
That's
very
what
good.
Cameron
Canada.
loves.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic,
Feel a little-
fantastic.
Yeah.
I
Well, it-
attached to a recipe when
Yes.
it's a Canadian.
So it produces a lot more marbling in the pork.
Interesting.
A lot redder, and it has a lot less water retention loss when you go ahead and cook it.
So if we can't find the fancy
If you can't-
Quebecois, or Quebecois, I should say, pork belly, can we just get a regular one from our butcher?
Exactly. Any local butcher shop you can get, just find a nice pork belly. You want to just make sure that there's no skin on the top.
Okay.
Good, decent amount of fat, but nice marbling. You don't want to see too much fat within the layers of the meat.
Okay.
Just even marbling on there. You don't have to be too big. This is probably about 1.5 pounds.
All right.
So you want to wrap this up, let it sit in the marinade at least 24 hours up to 48.
Interesting. Even with the citrus in there, it's not going to break it down too much.
That's the trick. It slowly tenderizes the pork belly, so that way it imparts a lot more very tender pork.
Tender.
And again, with this type of pork, a lot more juicier.
Beautiful. So we cover that after it's been in the refrigerator 24 to 48 hours.
Yes.
Then we put it in the oven.
Put it in the
low
oven,
and slow.
low and slow, 275.
275. Wow.
Yep, 275, and you'll check it after 2 hours, every half an hour, again, depending on the thickness of the pork belly.
And do you cover it?
Cover it, yep.
Okay, we'll go. Be careful, there's a lot of juice in here. So I'll put this guy in here. So
Thank you
low
very
and
much.
slow
Low and slow.
for 4
About-
hours. You check it every.
After every two, every half an hour, you'll check it.
Okay.
Just to make sure that it's nice and tender. So normally we do 4 hours at the restaurant.
Okay.
So
and then we
this-
take it out and let it come
take
to
it out.
complete room temperature.
Cool it down. So this is completely cooled, nice and portioned out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and sear it real quick.
So this is a big process to do this. You have to really want to eat this
is.
pork belly.
But the nice
The
thing is you
flavors.
can definitely do it ahead
It's
of time.
fancy.
Wow.
You can do it ahead of time. It's nice for parties.
Is it?
Right? So you want to go ahead and sear it on the skin side.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want a piping hot cast iron skillet then, huh?
I've never had pork this tender. I mean,
It's
this
really
is
delicious.
It's falling
absolutely
off your
unbelievable.
fork.
Well, I think a lot of times people hear pork belly and they
Yeah.
think, what? I don't. But the truth is, it's just the best part of the pork.
Exactly.
It's delicious.
Exactly.
It's really
I
delicious.
mean, everybody eats bacon, right? It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
It's so good. Yeah. it's
Same.
just the
That's why I
name.
like it so much. It's basically a big plate of bacon.
So
Makes sense.
there you go. So you just want to get a nice even sear. Doesn't have to be about 1.5, 2 minutes.
All right.
So you got a nice crisp right there.
And then it eventually starts to look like this.
Looks like this.
Looks
all right.
so beautiful.
Beautiful.
We can put it right here?
So actually, we'll go ahead and slice one piece real quick.
No, I'm good, baby.
So then after you slice it, I mean, you
Yep.
could just eat it right now because it is so delicious.
You could.
But you put it back
Back.
in the oven with a
Correct.
special sauce. So here's
Correct.
where this really kicks it up a notch. This Tocino sauce, is that how you
Tocino.
pronounce it?
Yes, correct.
And that is it's a typical Filipino sauce, correct?
Yes, yes.
And it's made of just a few ingredients.
Simple 5 ingredients: white wine vinegar, ketchup, soy
So
sauce,
good.
sugar,
Oh,
And it's right
and
there.
some garlic.
And that's
So
it.
we have some finished up right here.
it is so delicious.
Here, I'll bring this over
What a
to you so
sauce.
you can put it on the. Here you go.
So we'll just go ahead and
Put it on top.
just a little glaze over the top, and then we're gonna put it back in the oven just to reheat it.
You do such a beautiful job.
Yeah.
You really are like an artist.
Oh, yeah.
Chefs,
mean,
when I
clearly.
watch them,
Well,
it's so
yeah.
they just
Listen,
you make it look so beautiful,
it's like you're working with a canvas. The way
right?
Yeah.
So how long does it go back in the oven?
So
for?
we're just gonna warm it up about 350 for about 5 minutes.
Okay. And there it is. And then you serve it on the beautiful purple potato puree that you
Yes.
so kindly made to match
Yes.
Cameron.
Yeah, we loved it.
What exactly is this?
So this is our Okinawan sweet potato. So
Okinawan sweet potato.
Okinawan sweet potato.
I want to find that.
Amazing, amazing puree, nice and sweet. So the trick is we just bring it up with a little bit of milk, bring it up to a boil, and then cut it to a nice slow simmer. Salt and pepper. The trick with potatoes is you don't want to let it boil too hard because then it gets too grainy.
Right.
So bring it up nice and slow.
And the color is totally natural. That's what the
That's what it is.
Yeah.
There's no added food
vivid.
coloring or anything in there.
Where would we be able to find these potatoes?
At
Besides
any type of
Okinawa.
Asian supermarkets would have it. Yep.
Do you know I have actually had ice cream made out of this?
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
And when I
really?
first heard about it, I thought, potato ice cream? What are you talking about? It was the best ice cream I've ever eaten in my life.
And it was super purple, and you're probably
delicious?
thinking like, this can't
Yeah,
be
it
natural.
was
And
so
meanwhile,
good. So then we put our delicious
Yep.
pork belly on top of your potato puree, and then these wonderful pickled vegetables.
Yeah, so here we have some ninja radishes, some cucumber, and some carrots that have been pickled in a Japanese pickling solution called amazu, which is a rice wine vinegar, some sugar, and a little bit of salt.
I mean, doesn't it look like he's doing surgery?
I know.
Scalpel?
Because the tweezers, right?
yeah.
And
Well,
then we're
while
just
you're
gonna finish with a
doing-
little bit of fresh Asian pear. So we got some nice sweetness in there.
gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
Debbie, you're going to have to take a big bite out of it.
Oh, don't you
Kinda
worry.
ruin the artwork
Yeah.
right there. But I want to ask you, Chef, before we
Yes.
run out of time here, about your great restaurant, Andreas. I know this dish is one of the favorites on the menu. What can people expect from the restaurant?
So Andres is an Asian-inspired restaurant. We focus a lot on steaks and sushi, seafood, and
It's beautiful.
it's focusing a lot about social dining, vibe dining, just fun, casual, shareable dishes. On the weekends we have a live DJ. We have live DJ. We do connect a lot with our nightlife group, different events, any type of DJs that we're highlighting that week.
Good for you.
Fun.
And it's nice because a lot of my chefs are Asian backgrounds. I have some Filipino chefs as well, Thai chefs. So again, this dish, you got a Thai marinade, right?
Yep.
With the fish sauce in there. So there's Thai marinade. You have Japanese influences with the pork and with the vinegar. And then the Tocino sauce.
Yeah, the Filipino sauce,
So everything
yeah.
kind of ties in together.
I promise you, I'm not sharing this. If I go to the
Deb,
restaurant,
Deb,
I'm
we're right.
sharing, but not this.
Chef, thank you so much.
good.
This is literally
Pleasure. It was a pleasure.
unbelievable.
Wow.